This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we travel to the Black Hills near Sundance, Wyoming, for an early October elk hunt with two military veterans, former Navy SEAL Bo Richenback and his guide, former Marine Scott Gates. Now, elk hunting can pose many obstacles for even the most seasoned hunters, but these military veterans take it all in stride. What a fish.
They're just fantastic.
Here's a good fish.
This is what it's all about.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews and Vortex Optics.
This is my life. The weekend warrior. No more production lines or deadlines. This is why I work 5 days a week. I need speed, power, precision. I expect no less than the best. This is my best. This is my chance. This is my mission.
Simple, efficient, powerful. Mission by Matthews.
Real Deal Mineral. The results speak for themselves.
The new Acme Rattlemaster has a built-in echo chamber with a brass rattle that calls fish in. The body's solid brass too and won't bend or dull, and reflects fish attracting light all over the water column. This 1-2 punch of sight and sound means you make less casts, because the fish come to you. Rip it or shake it for crappie, walleye, northern salmon, or trout, and experience multi-species action with just one bait.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt Waldbeck. You know, when we hear the term Navy SEAL, we probably envision some of the most disciplined, highly trained individuals in our nation's military. Well, on this week's show, we head to Wyoming for an elk hunt with a Navy SEAL, and he'll probably give a whole new meaning to the word motivated.
I'm Bo Richenback from Billings, Montana. Been in the outdoors pretty much all my life. Grew up fishing mostly. Played a lot of hockey growing up, so I wasn't able to do a lot of hunting with my dad or anything. So we just fished and camped and spent a lot of time outdoors.
It's our first morning at the RBJ Ranch. We're sitting up on this rocky ridge right now looking at this pond. We can hear the elk kind of far off right now, but hopefully they're coming up the valley and we'll be able to get on them.
Well, when I was about 16 years old, I got into a little trouble during high school and was asked to leave. And then I went to the Montana Youth Challenge program. It's kind of like a military school. Went there for about 6 months, got my life back on track, and it was ran by the National Guard. And that was my first experience to the military lifestyle. Started to develop that little bit of a brotherhood and people you could depend on. Shortly after graduating that, me and my wife, we found out we were having a kid. That's when I really started thinking about I needed a new direction in my life, and I wanted to do something more with myself and be able to provide for my family.
Yeah, 238 to the first black spot right over here.
Like the wood pile looking.
Yep,
right
yep. .270 to that second one out there.
Off to the right by the trail. That one.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, I see.
About 270. And it's like 209, just on the other edge of the pond.
Okay.
I had a relative that was a former SEAL, and I started looking and talking to him a lot more. And I made the decision I was going to go into the Navy, but I knew going into it I wanted to do something challenging. I wanted to really push myself. The main goal was to become a Navy SEAL. Had my son March 3rd of 2008 and shipped off to boot camp about 3 weeks later, and spent my time there, graduated, and then came back and in July 4th got married, and then off to BUDS training, which is basic underwater demolition school. And that was the beginning of my my SEAL career. Going through all the different phases of training, it's very grueling and constant punishment and constant battle every day. Our motto is the only easy day was yesterday, and that's very true with BUDS training, because it doesn't just get easier, it always continues to get harder. The failure rate in SEAL training is very high. 80 to 90% don't make it, or quit, or injured, whatever the case is. Graduated SEAL training and became a Navy SEAL in 2010. Everyone thinks, I made it as a SEAL and it's going to be good now, but that's false again. The only easy day was yesterday. We started our workup, which ended up being about 1.5 years, almost 2 years before our first deployment, and traveling all over the country, doing high altitude training in Wyoming, diving in Key West, getting ready for our deployment. We're getting ready to deploy to Afghanistan. We deploy January 3rd of 2012. We get to Afghanistan, we have a really good deployment. We're, there for 7 months, things were going really smooth. We were doing what we trained to do, and we were doing it very well.
This morning we heard a bunch of bulls bugling right over here along the ridge line. We're set up on them now. The wind wasn't in our favor earlier, but it's getting a little better now. It's the month of October right now, so the weather's kind of weird. Earlier today and yesterday it was in the mid to high 70s, and tomorrow we're supposed to get down to 30s, 32s in the low, so it's gonna be a big change. There's a big cold front starting to move in, so hopefully the wind comes from the north and we'll be able to get one out here on the fields. Definitely ready to get one here.
July 17th of 2012, I was on a little recce team in this village we had been in before. It was kind of a nasty place. We'd been in there before, big firefights, and this time it was really quiet, really, really weird. My point man was in front of me, an interpreter was in front of me also, and then one of my best friends behind me and the medic behind him. Walking along, point man walks the same spot, interpreter walks through there. I was a little heavier than both of them, stepped on it. It estimated to be, 15 to 20 pound pressure plate that I had stepped on. Immediately losing my left leg above the knee, and all the frag took out my right leg and severely injured my right arm, and also hit my good friend right in the face behind me. So immediately, we train, self-aid, buddy aid, corpsman aid. So I'm trying to grab a tourniquet to get it on my leg because I could see my left leg was gone. I didn't know the damage to my right arm. I didn't know the damage to my right leg. So I grab a tourniquet, trying to put it on, and it's just something's not working in me. And I feel like this is lasting an eternity, which it's not. It's been like maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds since it happened. Not even a minute has passed yet. You kind of lay back and think, well, this is it, I'm done. And you kind of felt helpless there. Then seconds later, my buddy comes sliding in to save the day and started getting tourniquets on me and talking to me, everything, you're gonna be all right. Everything picked back up. I knew he had my back and you're gonna be okay. And then the first thing that crossed my mind is I want to fight to get back home to see my son again, and my family, my wife, and everyone. And going back to SEAL training, I always told myself that I never want to tell my son I quit something. And I put a lot of pressure on myself doing that because you don't know the outcomes of going through SEAL training. And I told myself that again, I'd never tell my son I quit something, so I'm not gonna quit on him now, I'm gonna make it home. I gotta fight to at least see him one more time. That's what I wanna do, that's where I need to be.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Real Deal Mineral and HHA Sports. Real Deal G2 seeds. The results speak for themselves.
Optimizer by HHA Sports.
The Optimizer Kingpin marks the third generation of archery's #1 selling single pin adjustable sight. On the range or in the field, start ruling your kingdom today with the Optimizer Kingpin. The Optimizer Speed Dial. Extend the range and accuracy of your crossbow to the yard accuracy with a single reticle. Simply range, dial, and shoot. All Optimizer sight systems are made in the USA and carry a 100% lifetime guarantee. Ask for Optimizer at a dealer near you.
It's finally here, the totally redesigned, all-new topwater tin head, only from Naze Baits.
That is gonna get crushed.
Handcrafted in the heart of Wisconsin since 1968, Golden Hawk canoes are inspired by the tradition of early wilderness explorers and modern-day canoeing know-how, customized to meet your exact needs with precision, uniformity, and strength. Our unique, full-contour hull design contributes to stability, whether you're hunting, fishing, trapping, or just spending an afternoon on the water. Handcrafted fun and satisfaction for a lifetime. Golden Hawk Canoe.
You know, each year we receive thousands of photos from our viewers of animals that you've harvested and fish that you've caught, and we love to share them with you here on the show. And this year you can win some great prizes once again just for sending us your photos. All you have to do to be eligible to win is email us your photo or share it with us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Prizes include an assortment of musky lures from Naze Baits, a Yeti cooler from Petrick Service Station, a trip for two aboard the Grand Illusion 2 charter boat on Lake Michigan, and this year's grand prize, a 4-day, 3-night fishing vacation at Sunset Cove Resort on Lake of the Woods, Ontario.
And remember, all you have to do to be eligible to win is send us your photo with your name and your hometown. Here are this week's Outdoor Bound TV viewer photos. Hey everyone, welcome back. Now before we left you for the break, we were hunting elk at the RBJ Ranch near Sundance, Wyoming with former Navy SEAL Bo Richenback and his guide Gator. Now on the first day the guys heard some bugling and they saw a few small bulls, but they weren't able to pull the trigger. Now the second morning it's much cooler, it's foggy, there's mist in the air, the perfect weather for rutting elk. Let's rejoin Bo as he gets ready for day 2.
He's down. He's down.
Hi, I'm Scott Gates, otherwise known as Gator. I'm from Elroy, Wisconsin. I am one of the board directors of Outdoor Adventures, and I had the privilege this week to spend an elk hunt with one of my former brothers in the military, Bo, who happened to have been a Navy SEAL. When we do our selection process for the foundation, we get to look at all the names and what the people are, and when Bo's name came across and I seen he was a Navy SEAL, I use a little executive authority, what little bit I have, And I pulled some strings and said, I'm going on this hunt, regardless what happens. Knowing he was double amputee and had prosthetics, we know there may be some challenges, and come to find out, it was very few. He is very capable of doing anything any other person can, but it makes you realize when you wake up in the morning with a headache and you make excuses for what you can and can't do, and you see a gentleman like Bo that has no stop in life whatsoever, and it makes you appreciate what you have, but yet try not to make excuses for the minor things in your life that could slow you down, which have nothing compared to what he has sacrificed for our country. On the way down the hill, after the shot, me and Bo made our way down to the animal. We could see the rack sticking up through the prairie grass, and the feeling was pretty awesome. I have not yet had the privilege to draw an elk tag or harvest one, but this was in a way much better because I got to share it with a brother and he got to harvest a trophy. Nice shooting, nice shooting.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Nice way to start out the morning, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we do have a tradition here in camp, too. Once you shoot something, so everybody knows when you come back to camp.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
You bet.
This is awesome.
Outdoor Adventures for Physically Challenged is set up so we can give back and help people with disabilities and needs take them hunting. Getting a chance to spend this week with Bo on an elk hunt was phenomenal. A normal Navy guy, we'd call each other squids and jarhead, but he rates a little bit more in the common terminology we call each other. And it's been an experience that I can carry with me for a lifetime, and a new friend that I know will continue, and we'll see each other several more times as life goes on.
Elk are still bugling all around us. Coming up, and you kind of think back to everything that's happened to me in the previous years, and thankful that I got a Marine by my side, another brother in arms with me on this hunt. It's really special. Every day is rehab, really. When you have an injury, you're disabled in some way, and every stepping stone and every goal is, you're rehabbing yourself that much more. And this is one of my goals. This is I've achieved that goal, and able to learn these things and be able to hopefully be able to take my son out hunting one day and be able to just me and him and be able to do this myself. Well, it was our second morning here at the RBJ Ranch with Outdoor Adventures for the Physically Challenged here in Wyoming. We watched them in the evening. They didn't come out before dark. We had a cold front moving in. We really thought today was going to be the day they'd be a little more active. Took a few minutes to get a good shot because we had pretty thick trees we were shooting through. Finally, we were able to take the shot. Figure it's about 200 yards, and bull went down about 50 yards away from where he was hit, and now we got a bull down, 6x7, and I'm pumped. It's been an amazing experience. The ranches here are beautiful. The owners have done an amazing job with preserving this area and help produce beautiful elk and beautiful animals. And I can't thank everyone enough for this whole week and being able to experience this. I really, really encourage people that are physically challenged, disabled, whatever your case is, to reach out, get signed up, and come experience a hunt like this. It's amazing.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Brewpub Pizza and Kalen's Fishing Baits.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
We handle your races, your jumps, and your trails. Isn't it time you give your daily driver the same love? AMSOIL's Signature Series Synthetic Motor Oil delivers 75% more engine protection against horsepower loss and wear than required by a leading industry standard. AMSOIL also offers a full family of snowmobile lubricants, giving you above and beyond fortification for your weekday and weekend vehicles.
Order direct online at qcamsoil.myamsoil.com.
I'm Bill High from Bowen Lodge, and I'm here to offer you some tips for fishing jumbo perch on Lake Winnie. I like to fish out here with these ultralight rods and reels with a 4-pound test, tipped with a 16th ounce jig, and then that goes with a fathead minnow. And then I look for the sand flats with a little bit of cabbage mixed in here and there, and then I cast so I can cover a lot of ground. For more fishing tips, log on to bowenlodge.com.
Big Bear Down. Whether you're looking for a sweet recipe for bear bait or quality bear scents, we've got you covered. Big Bear Down offers all their bait selections by the bag, the barrel, or in bulk. From crushed sugar cones, trail mix, and granola to our syrups, frostings, and bait toppings, we've got the variety to keep the most cautious bears coming back again and again. Big Bear Down scents can be used as an attractant or cover scent and draws bears in from miles around. Look for Big Bear Down by our distributing at 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or at a retailer near you.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by AMSOIL Synthetic Lubricants and Mountain Dew.
Hey everybody, you just got a chance to watch Bo's hunt here from the RBJ Ranch in Wyoming. If you'd like more information about outdoor adventures for the physically challenged or would like to apply for one of their hunts for disabled folks, log on to their website. It's right on the bottom of the screen. And we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the Midwest, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
How do you want me to start that?
Should I talk in a really high-pitched voice?
All right, how do you want?
Hey everybody, this is Bo Richenback from Billings, Montana. I'm here with Outdoor Bound TV, and we'll be right back. I did that wrong, didn't I?
Okay, we'll start it again.
Continue.
Yeah, take 17.